I needed to turn that on because I have been sitting there for 5 to 10 minutes, maybe more, nervous and not wanting to start, not wanting to explain everything, but the time is here. I don't want to wait until 4 a.m. and I'm going to tell you what I am going to tell you today on, what date is it? My phone's not showing it. Like April, is it April? April 2nd. April 2nd, 2020. So to update you on my situation, I live with my mom and dad. My daughter, Rosalie, who is 6 years old, is in the custody of somebody named Amanda McCullough, who is a guardian ad litem. But all that means, I suppose, is that she makes decisions for Rosalie, yet Rosalie is in Daniel's care. She is in the apartment with him now. I have the sheet of paper that I guess 2 videos ago I was reading from. This is a restraining order from me to Rosalie. So against me to Rosalie, restraining order in order to control conduct and for protective supervision. So I do have a no contact order, which means I cannot call her and speak to her. And it has been almost a month now. So anyways, Amanda McCullough is her guardian ad litem. I called her today twice. And not to just start with throwing out names, but that's the name of the person who makes decisions for my daughter right now. So that's where I'm coming from. And I respect everybody in this case. So last time I spoke to Amanda, I think it was Monday, she told me that my lawyer, CJ, would have to agree for me to talk to her for her to have any further conversation with me. I did not pursue that further with CJ because I am still in the proof gathering stage. So I have to get all of the documents and put it all online, and it's too much to continuously bombard somebody with. So I have to put it in some coherent manner. All of the, these journals and any of the resources I've tried to use since I left, which I will explain that at the end. So anyways, right now there's not much I can do except for keep talking and being truthful and honest and respectful. So how I'm going to do that today is I will again read the first paragraph in this restraining order. Which is titled Factual Allegations, okay? Rosalie Pinchero Ship is dependent and neglected within the meaning of TCA 371-102B13. DCS received a referral on 2/10/2020 alleging psychological harm by the mother, Stephanie Ship. DCS agent Brandy King responded to the referral. King met with the child Rosalie at Woodland Elementary School, along with the principal, D.T. Hobby, and her therapist from Reggio, Christine Pillins. There was concern that if King were to meet with the child alone, the mother would become aware and flee with the child. The principal reported recent erratic emails from the mother that contained statements that she would be taking the child to Chattanooga to protect her from the father. That is true. That is a true sentence. That's where Brandy King met with the child briefly and completed a minimal facts interview with the child. The child made no disclosures of abuse or neglect. So that was the full first paragraph of the factual allegations against me. So I'm not going to delve into everything right now, but that's just the first. That's the first paragraph. And at that point, on February 10th, 2020, there were no disclosures of abuse or neglect at that time. Not that life wasn't rough. Our dog had died, and it was my fault the dog died because I left nuts on the floor and the dog got into the nuts and the dog died. And I was already upset. And so it was a rough time for the family, just as a lot of family, times are. And I might have tried to lean on the school a little bit too much as a support system. But at the same time, you got to take what you can get in terms of support. So everybody, I would encourage you to always reach out to the people who are, getting paid to help and be there for you, because they will be. So I'm going to read a page that I usually will show to people. It's kind of, I have a big duffel bag of journals and proof. I don't like that word, but and this is kind of the page that I always go to. So you can kind of see it there for a second, and I'll read it too, just to show you. And I'm going to look at the camera most of the time when I read it. Make sure the light's on and everything. Okay. So this is verbal abuse. These are responses to any sort of small misdeed. I don't really know why, but here's some of the things. I don't give a fuck how you feel because you're a piece of shit. Loser. You should be embarrassed of yourself, you fucking lazy piece of crap. You are a rock on the floor that you don't want to kick. I'm trying to look calm and collected while doing this. Get the fuck away from us, you piece of crap. I'm tired of your bullshit laziness. You're lazy. You think you work, except you don't work shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Get away from Rosalie. Go fucking sit outside by yourself. So even Simba, there's my emotional distress dog. He even got upset by that. Simba, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? That's why animals are so great. I'm glad that everybody has their animals in this time. So now I'm going to move on to resources that we have in the area. It is true that Department of Child Services is I'm not going to say the only safety net, but it's pretty much the only safety net when it comes to enforcement as to what happens with your child. When you think of what I just said, and then you think of, in order to control conduct, my conduct being what needs to be controlled. This was from 2016. So that was 4 years ago. And that could have been one incident, right? All those things said together in one incident. And it probably was, just as quickly as he could throw it out like venom. And, I remember once it was that we were in Moab, and this is in Utah, one of my favorite places. And luckily he can't destroy anything for me. So I still love it in Moab. Let's go, baby. It's fun out there. I know that a lot of people have been there. So, but back on track. I wanted to eat at a taco truck. I saw it on TripAdvisor. I said, let's go eat at the taco truck. We got food at the taco truck. It either took longer than he wanted it to take, or he didn't want it, or it was too expensive, or there was some reason why he got mad about it. And the reason it was so difficult for me was because I love Moab. And I remember thinking, how could I be in this wonderful place, which really is like, God's playground. If if God were to drive a Hummer, that would be his playground. It's a beautiful, wonderful place. And for him to try to ruin it with negativity about a taco. And I remember not being able to bite into this taco because I felt so sick to my stomach as to how I had been treated. So I'm going to end this video because after 10 minutes, they won't upload, but I'll start a new one about some of the things that we can do to get away from abuse. So, Simba, you want to say bye again? Say bye-bye. You want to say bye? He's like, you're crazy. Okay, be right back.